Welcome back, YouTube, to another episode of What the Truck Are You Eating? It's Keith 1114. Yeah, I know it took a minute, but I'm back as always. Yo, fam, listen, it was an amazing. I had an amazing week last week. As y'all see, I posted, the spiritual walk that we all went on. Up that Stone Mountain. Yeah, that was something to remember. You know what I mean? And we'll get back to that later, man. Shout out to everybody that was able to make it there. But today, what I got? Yes, I got some. I'm about to make a family recipe, which is shrimp pasta salad. Okay, now although I'm vegan, I have plant-based shrimp prepared and everything. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like and get into making the salad real quick. Like I said, I have a couple of things prepped already. Right now I got some of the shrimp frying up. Look at that. Making my shrimp in the basket. You know what I'm saying? Show y'all that in a minute too. Take some of these out so I can sit here and talk to y'all. I hope y'all doing all right. I hope y'all being safe out there on the road. But I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. And of course, I like to prep. Tomorrow I'll be heading back out on the road. So, during my home time and before I go out, I like to prep and stuff like that. You know how I do, right? You know how I do. Yeah. So, yeah, these looking good. Take this one out too. Yeah. And these shrimp here, let me tell you, they are delicious. I had first tried it at a restaurant. I think it was Go Vegan out in Atlanta. That's when I first tried it. But then my cousin put me onto another uh, vegan spot. Actually, my big sis, Tammy, shout out to Tammy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The spot called In Vegan, and I went there and tried it. I was like, yo, okay, where are we getting this stuff from? And the manager, and he let me know, hey, look, this is a place, the restaurant and things like that. So that's what I did, ordered it, and of course tried it out by eating at the restaurant, but this is making it myself though. So we're gonna see in a second how this come out, Turn this off real quick because I had to fry some of these up. Leave that in there for a second. But yeah, man. So what I did was I got these here. I got the rotini, okay, made out of chickpeas, the rotini noodles and stuff like that. It's great for pasta. And I had got this also. It's made out of lentils, and I like it because the color red, So it kind of had like a combination of colors, which I was accustomed to when the recipe was introduced to me by my pop. Shout out to you, pop. I got you. But so with that being said, I didn't do the tricolor noodles because of the chemicals and stuff like that in that, and I'm not gonna shout out any particular brand. I don't want them to be trying to shut my channel down. I'm just getting started, so that's almost done. So pretty much like I said, I get everything prepped already. So I got the noodles already boiled and everything. You know, got them right here. Put them inside my little glass bowl here. What I think I might do is transfer it into a bigger bowl. When I'm done mixing everything, then I'll put it inside my glass bowl that I'm going to take with me when I go back out there on the road. You know what I mean? So let's continue with that. And then, you know, got the mayo and everything, plant based. So we're gonna put that in there. Put that over here real quick. Put that over there real quick. Be right with there. Be right with you. So let me take these last couple of plant-based shrimp out, you know, because those are looking good, you know. And yeah, let me show you quickly what it looks like. Don't that look like shrimp? But it's made out of seaweed, potato starch, cassava starch, you know, paprika to give it that color and stuff like that. But that looks good. And guess what? It tastes good too, you know. So these are the plant-based shrimp that I was talking about. So what I'm gonna do is actually put this in a bowl with everything else. Yep, this is a family recipe, you know, and of course, you know, I'll leave everything in the description below with far and ingredients and everything. So you can make it at home for yourself, for your family, you know. And like I said, you know, it's just a different alternative. Why not, right? Why not? So got that, right? So the other thing that we want to put in there, you know, I had cut up the onions, you know, the green peppers and the red peppers and stuff like that. You see how pretty I made that look? You see that? You see that? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna put that in there too. Part of it, you know. That's part of it. I hear that. They already starting with 4th of July. You see that? Okay. So we got that. Put that here. Put that here. Put that everywhere. So I'm gonna move this over here real quick, just so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. Move this over. But that's just like in the way. Hold on, y'all. Let's move things out the way. Okay. So while that's out the way, just put that here for a second. Right? This way I can kind of see, you know, pretty much what's going on because you got the mayo. I'm gonna start with those right there. Now I didn't have the chance to, because you know, normally when you make this recipe, you use French dressing, but I couldn't find it, and I didn't have a chance to, you know, make the French dressing from scratch, which I do know how, and I'll probably do that another time because I want to get into like showing y'all making different sauces too, you know. So I had got this from Whole Foods. It's already done up, so I checked the ingredients. It's a-okay, you know. Put that there for a second, and let's just mix it on up, you know. Let's see how this comes out, you know. Again, this is all healthy, plant-based, nice little snack. Oh yeah, meal actually, you know. Yeah, this looks great. I did my thing with this pot. Yeah, I did. You know, I can't wait to get it in the bowl that I got prepared. And I think it's just cool popping and stuff like that, you know. You know, I made enough for me to not only taste test and have some for dinner, you know, but I made some for work, you know. So, as always, I got to give it the taste test, right? Taste test here. Get that shrimp, some salad. Oh my goodness. Y'all know what's coming next, right? Y'all know what's coming next. Mm, amazing. My goodness, you know. Now, normally my father would use like crackers, or I mean, I ain't have a chance to really get the crackers, but you know, when I do have snacks, I like these little wheat thin things, but you can just use whatever. So I just put it on there just for the show, whatever have you. I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is delicious, y'all. Delicious. So as always, I'm going to sit this down because I'm going to eat this later. Mm, unbelievable. You know? And this is awesome too. My little shrimp in the basket. Can't make this stuff up. Homemade marinara sauce, you know? Cocktail sauce I got. Mm, double dance. Mm. I'm gonna put this down and close out this stuff because I'm gonna get carried away. But as always, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, click that notification, don't forget to share, like, comment. Once again, as always, man, it's your boy Keith 1114, and I'm out.